started streaming again. Hopefully the. Oh, it picked it up. You're back on screen.
Oh, okay.
And we are live.
Oh, hi, everybody. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure about my microphone. My microphone. Hey, there we go. It was off. And Sally's
Hi,
testing 1, 2,
everybody.
3.
And welcome to another episode of Psychic Sundays Live.
Why are you yelling?
I don't know. Anyhow, sorry for yelling. I just get so excited. I love coming here and seeing all our friends here. And I'm really excited.
Now you can talk a little bit louder than that.
Okay, so I'm really excited about getting over 500 subscribers. That's a big milestone for us, but we would like to get up to 1,000. So everybody, please help us out. Tell your friends about us. Share a link to our videos online.
All right, that's enough of that. I know what to do.
You know what to do. And just so everybody knows, we're not doing general readings here. Because if you want a general reading, you want to look at everything in general, then you need to send us an email at info@sallydiane.com and set up an online reading for yourself, or come to Stratford and see me in person at the spa near the tracks. Just call 519-272-1293 to schedule an appointment with me. And without further ado, let's get on to our friends. Oh, and everybody's here. Margaret's here. Sonia's here. Hi, New Love.
Okay. Well, let's
start
with
10:25. Hi, everybody.
Okay. Well, Sonia wants to know about her finances this week. Well, way to go on the long view on that one. Can I afford guacamole on Thursday?
Oh, Sonia, you're always looking at finances. Can I just ask your spirit guides what you really need to do about finances? And maybe it's just something that you've been programmed to worry about. Some of us have been programmed to worry about money all the time, but it just seems like, to me, maybe it's just all you have to ask a question about. But let's see what the cards have to say about Sonia and finances. Whoops. The first thing they have...
Oh, there we go.
Is the Page of Wands reversed. And the Page of Wands reversed, it tells me that you're not really getting a handle on your finances. So it would help you if maybe you got a financial advisor and know that's not something you need to be rich to have. It always helps to have somebody to give you advice. And if you can't afford a financial advisor, I know that most communities offer some kind of free credit counseling, but whatever you need to get a handle on your finances, because I always get the feeling from you that you actually earn enough money, you just have a hard time getting it to last, and that happens to a lot of us. Just seems to want to fly out of our pockets. Yeah, you got the Nine of Cups here. Now it is reversed, and the Nine of Cups is sometimes it's called the wish card. It talks about getting the things that you want, but it's reversed, and I think that you might be undermining yourself. Those are the first two things that the cards are saying. Okay. Yeah. They're also saying that instead of, this is a good time for you to focus on career and, education, power, potential. It feels to me like my eye is drawn right here. And how she's reaching up. And swords are about education and writing. And it just feels to me like there's something that you could do to push yourself forward to get, to make your own path. And this would be a way for you to get ahead financially. Absolutely. They're still saying the same thing. You need to be more careful about how you stack it. Because actually speaking, you do have enough money here to cover everything you want to if you're organized about it. Okay, and thank you for your question, Sonia.
Alrighty then. And next we have Margaret. Should next month be the month for me to start packing for a new place before Easter break? Oh, Easter's 2 weeks away.
Girl, you can never start packing soon enough.
It's a good time to start thinning out the stuff you don't want to take with you.
Yeah,
That takes longer.
Yeah, it's better to take your time packing. Because that way everything's organized when you get to your new place and you don't have an insane rush on the last day of your move, like we always do. Okay.
Just do not get rid of any power adapters. In the future, you're going to be worth the most.
And then there's always that thing in the junk drawer. You don't know what it is, but you're going to save it because you may need it someday. And the day after you throw it out, you find out what it is and how badly you need it. Okay, so the Seven of Wands, King of Cups reversed. Yeah. They're actually talking about that this is a good time for you to not only organize your possessions and start to get packing, but also to organize your finances, and readjust those. So it's yes to both of them. And I get the King of Cups here, and this feels like a man in your life, and he seems, he might not want you to move, but he seems to be, I don't think this is for a nasty reason or anything like that, but this man seems to be undermining you every step of the way. And for some reason, he really doesn't want you to move. And they're telling me about that. So if somebody seems to be a little bit obstructive, know that it's because he doesn't want you to move. Okay. And thank you for asking the question.
New Love wants a general. Let's see what New Love needs to know this week.
Yes, New Love. If you want a general reading, though, you're welcome to set up an appointment with me. I would love to give you a reading. So, what does New Love need to know? And New Love. Well, New Love, it looks like you've got somebody interested in you. There's somebody who's caring about you. Somebody who's offering friendship and possibly romance. The Knight of Cups is the noble knight, the Prince Lancelot. So you've got this person coming into your life. The Hanged Man reversed is about sacrifices. And the Hanged Man reversed here, it just feels like you don't have to give up anything for happiness. You've reached that point in life. And if something asks you to sacrifice, walk away from it. Yes, absolutely walk away from it. I put these two together because one thing that the cards are telling me about you, Margaret, is you're slow to cut people off. So that tells me that you might be a little too forgiving. But the cards are saying be a little bit quicker to cut people off. There are people who ask way more than they give. And you need to kind of shake those people off their leeches. Okay.
Woo!
That just came out of my mouth. I'm sorry. Hi, Joseph.
Hey, Joe. What's going on? You can't hear me. Oh, that must have been a while back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh, yeah. That's before we restarted.
Joseph Saltarella, our Jason Momoa lookalike.
10:25. I keep finding ladybugs in my apartment. Is this a good sign? That they're looking for food.
But yes.
Yeah.
But
there ain't no food available for them yet because nothing's blooming and they eat aphids.
Yeah. And the orange ones are nasty, but the red ones are definitely good luck. I've got a big red ladybug pebble that I got from one of my classes many years ago that I still have. And I love my red ladybug. So if you have ladybugs in your apartment, yes.
The orange ones bite.
The orange ones bite. Yeah, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Hi, Marcy.
Hey, thanks. Welcome, Marcy. Welcome back. Thanks for being our moderator.
Okay. Well, I hope that reading helped you, Sonia. Okay. When is it in my best interest to buy a Tesla? That feels like a straight line. Anyhow, let me take a look at it before I reply. That's interesting. 2 cards turned over right off the hop. And it feels like it seems to be cautionary, because I think you're probably already looking at cards and you're getting a little bit of a high power. And the cards are reminding you that knowledge is power. So don't believe anything that salesman tells you. You go home and do your research. And no quick anything. Just make everybody wait their time. Wait. And if there's a contract to sign, trust me, I don't care if it takes 20 minutes. You read every single word in that contract. You'll be glad you did. Oh, well, you'll have to make some adjustments, because when you buy the Tesla, there's going to be some money choices to be made there, and you may be looking at between ownership and a lease. And that says that you know yourself. And it's reminding you that each one has its advantages and disadvantages, and it's up to you to be true to yourself and what works out best for you, which gets right back to that salesman. Don't let anybody high pressure you about the contract, about the money, about the price, about anything. Make sure that you are educated. That is absolutely the right thing to do, because the last one, 7 of Swords, and 7 of Swords reversed. But 7 of Swords is a warning against thieves and gossips and that. In this particular case, it would be thieves. So you have to. I'm sorry, he's talking to the dog.
Everybody is that distracting you?
It's distracting. We can all hear you say Daddy Rubbies.
I'm way off the microphone.
Oh, are you? Could anybody hear him say Daddy Rubbies? Anyhow. Oh, dear. Okay, so. I'm just jealous. Excuse me. Margaret, yes, it is in your best interest. Well, I know you said when, and it looks like it's soon, because you're already being warned about being pressured, making sure you find out everything for yourself. Don't just take anything you're told at face value. And that's this part right here. There's somebody here that might be more knowledgeable, and it's kind of like, this is your car, your money, your life. You need to be in control. Okay, and you need to be the one to make the decision. So don't let them talk you into anything one way or another. Do your research, be educated. And here, the 7 of Swords reversed, tells me that there are unfavorable finances here that you can easily avoid. Again, be knowledgeable. Knowledge is power, and the answer is yes, with that caveat.
All right, next up is Joanne, who wants to know about the rest of March. Well, let's see what Joanne needs to know.
Okay, what does Joanne need to know?
Oh yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day.
And I hope you're all out there wearing green. I know that we are, and...
Oh, I was accidentally wearing green. And my client got a laugh when I realized that I had been wearing my shirt inside out the entire day.
Okay, so what you need to know about money is that, it feels to me like you have somebody around you that makes a lot of sob stories about money. And somebody who kind of, I don't know how else to put it, but, you kind of have a mooch around you. Somebody that, like when you've got $20 extra, they suddenly have some sort of a hardship that needs $15 right away, kind of thing. And it's warning you against that. So there's an old adage, neither a lender nor a borrower be. Well, neither a lender nor a borrower be. That's the first piece of advice they give you. Temperance, this is the angel Michael, and he's watching over you, but it's saying that you might not be listening to what your angels are saying. You want to do that. Also, in the 7 of Cups, I see you coming up to some I think that this feels more like a financial milestone, where you reach a certain level or a certain credit score or something along those lines, because it feels like there's a financial goal that that you're setting here, and you are going to hit one of the marker posts pretty soon. Okay, and thank you very much. And I say happy St. Patty's Day to everybody too. I was going to wear my green crown, but I thought the crown looked silly with a t-shirt. Speaking of St. Patty's Day, Our Lady Pate down in Georgia, from the Georgia contingency, has a birthday today. This lovely lady was born on St. Patrick's Day with red hair and green eyes. So Mom named her Lucy, but it was Lucille Patricia. So we've always called her Patty. We love you, we miss you, and while I'm on the topic, Patty and I will be doing a collaboration in the future, and it is going to be a true crime series where she writes a true crime story, and we will read it to you, and while we read it, we will be doing a reading on it as well. So that's something for you to look forward to. And in my retirement years, we are right now working hard on the studio, the bigger studio, to have it set up with cameras so that I can do more filming and film on more topics. That will be, so I think I might look into doing some of the creative things, and of course more lives when I have my camera set up. So if anybody has any suggestions on what kind of videos they would like to see me make, please put your comment, make a comment on the community post or on this video, and we'd love to hear your suggestions. Okay.
Here's one. Slow down. Oh. You've been speed talking for 15 minutes.
Well, last week, the past couple weeks, I haven't been getting through everybody, and I've just felt so bad about it.
Then they should get here sooner.
Listen.
What? It's true.
Hi, Eva.
People show up at 9 o'clock, get a reading. You show up at 9:45. Probably not.
Okay.
Patricia, I'm in no rush for this. However, I wanted to know an approximate time when I will be moving into my own place.
Okay.
Sooner than you think.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm feeling like there's tension around there. I don't know whether you have a roommate or whether it's a neighbor or something. There's something about where you're at that's really being uncomfortable. It's that uncomfortable feeling like you're someplace where you're not wanted. Okay.
Well, you're going someplace where you can grow stuff again. No, not that stuff.
Oh, please. It's a cash crop. Legal in Canada and most states. All right.
They can't grow it in the States though, like we can.
Okay, so yeah, I do see it is time for you to move sooner than later. And I really think that you should be finding a place like now. And I know that you're worried about the money. You just have to use your Excel spreadsheet and make it work. You know how to do that, and it does look like as we're going into 2024, you have some new opportunities coming up. And making a new beginning and clean new beginning, a new place will be very good for you.
Yeah, it's time to dust off that typewriter.
Yeah. And sell it at a vintage shop for a buttload of money.
Butterfly A. Hi, what are Pisces guy's feelings for me? He is hard to read. Yeah, Butterfly A, we're not going to answer that. You want to know how a guy feels about you, ask him. Next. Brother Chris, hey, welcome back. A lot of weird things have been happening when my sister goes to the house with items going missing. Can you help explain if it's a person breaking in or if it's our mother? Ooh. Goblins are stealing stuff.
Maybe. Okay, so
that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That is. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Do we have goblins?
It's either that or underwear gnomes.
Yes. underwear prophet.
But what's step 2?
You know something. Wow. Look at that. Female, female. Mm. Mm. Okay, so I do get a female being responsible for this. So this could well be your mother. I do see it's being a female who has an attachment to your father. So again, it could be your mother because it is a female, but it's a female where this has everything. The reason the items are missing has everything to do with the father and not your mother. So yeah. I think it is her because it's definitely somebody related to your father, a female related to your father. I don't think any of your aunts. I don't know whether your dad had any sisters, but I doubt it was any of them. So I do see why it's happening. I do see that things are definitely being taken. I don't know whether you'll be able to find them again because it looks like they're being taken for good. Interesting. I get stuff out as quick as possible.
All right. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you as well, Suzanne and Michelle. Did Max like the museum? Oh, what kind of museum is it? Sorry, I grew up in Vienna. We had just gazillion of museums everywhere.
Oh, that's the museum on Homer Watson is a house set up basically on the old Mennonite gardens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's a historic kind of place. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Well, if you go later on, like during the growing season, they have gardens there, and they are done the old-fashioned way, everything by hand, and so that'd be interesting to see. Also, our friend Pamela, our friend Pam Mahoney, and you guys have seen her. She's a wonderful medium, a good animal communicator, and one of the Psychic Soul Sisters. And she does readings at the Homer Watson Museum from time to time.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
It's that kind of a place.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. Will I be will find my?
You know what you guys find historic and what I find historic are really different things.
Okay, Sarah, will I be able to find my soulmate this year? Capricorn, yes or no?
Well,
you know,
no, you got some dimes over there. If it's a yes or no, flip a coin. Like what the hell?
Okay.
This year, like, why are you putting a time limit on this? If it doesn't happen this year, what, you're just gonna go with anybody?
Okay, so what do we get?
Oh, I'm turning my mic off.
Okay, 2 heads up and 1 heads down. So that's a soft yes, which means that, yeah, you will find someone this year, but it's not going to meet all your expectations. I can read anything. I swear I can read anything. Give me toothpicks.
Well, you can read the next question.
Okay. Aw. Thank you for being our translator, Joseph. Topic for the show. 1 from Northern Ontario. Okay. 1 from Northern. Okay, I hate to be dense here, Brother Chris, but you mean like Santa Claus?
Like the locker at CMHA?
Okay, with powwow yesterday, how does it look like for the downs on the road? Wait. Oh, how does it look?
What does it look like down the road?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. We'll get there.
Okay. So they had a powwow yesterday. It sounds like it was pretty exciting.
All right, there we go.
Yeah. Okay.
I worked 11 hours yesterday.
That happens too. You're
There's
so
a lot
tired.
of hand sanitizer involved.
Ugh. TMI. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, Joseph, you're funny.
Okay, so um with the powwow itself, I think this is outside of your thing. I know you wanted to know down the road. And I think that it's not a matter of them not being happy with you because they weren't. It was fine. It was fine. But I think that there's something about the management or the financing or something with the powwow that it feels like there's real cross wires there. So that in and of itself is going to make the powwow a little bit difficult, just because you have people, going two different ways with it. But as far as how you did, you did just fine. Keep in mind that you did meet more than that you met people there, and amongst the people that you met, there's always connections, right? So take advantage of the beneficial connections and let the rest of them go. Because I think that whatever group organized a powwow has a lot of core politics that just aren't making sense and aren't working. Okay. Oh yeah, all the stuff. The train, the real telegram, the Morse code, the way people are dressed. Awesome. It's too bad Pam wasn't there. Could have said hi to her. Are there any special messages from Spirit for Suzanne this week? Well, let's see.
What about Lynette?
Oh, where's Lynette? Oh, any messages from Spirit? Well, sorry. Messages from Spirit for Lynette.
Oh, there's another glass to fill.
All right, so here's your message for Spirit. And I'm just throwing out some crystals. We have black tourmaline. Okay, this right here. Okay, when I look at these and these right here, it's telling me that the Spirit's saying that you've got some real good gut feelings that you should be focusing on. Because these right here are both, and this is around business and money. Because this is about business, this stone right here, and these are psychic ability, and this is associated with gold, so it's things getting clearer for you. Okay, so that's happening, Lynette. So keep your eyes open, follow your instincts. They haven't led you astray so far, and they won't. Okay, and this one is some sort of, wow, I'm not sure what that, oh wow. It's got two little tiny green things. This is actually a raw emerald. It just doesn't have very much emerald. It's mostly matrix. And it's next to, what was that called? Prasiolite. Right next to a prasiolite and a kyanite. And these right here are saying that, this again is talking about your money, your finances. It really feels like there's some things going on around it. This is a good time for you to change passwords and do things to protect your finances. Okay. And also, you've got this where you've got the green aventurine and the rose quartz side by side, and right in the middle you've got this purple Dalmatian jasper, and this talks about relationships, and relationships in your life are coming into balance, and it feels like that there's something about role models here, and it feels like the role models in a relationship become more clearly defined, and it makes the relationship stronger and larger. Okay, and here you have magnetite, and like howlite is a real electric stone, so it gets things energized. So all in all, this is a time where you've got more energy happening. You have the energy happening to follow through on the ideas you have about business and money, and you do have the energy to make whatever compromises you need to make, well, concessions you need to make a relationship balanced and equal. You have enough energies for all that to focus on all that. And here you have another Green Aventurine, which tells me that you are headed toward a prosperous year. All right.
So now that you're done giving the full reading.
Sorry, I just grabbed too many. I grabbed too many crystals.
Oh,
Okay.
well, it is time once again for another episode of Pick a Card. So hang on, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Pick a Card, this time for the week of March 18th, 2024. Sally's going to draw 3 cards. You pick one of those ahead of time, and the reading for that card is the reading for the week.
Well, hello, friends. And what card are you going to pick this week? Are you going to pick card number 1? Are you going to pick card number 2? Or are you going to pick card number 3? So what's it going to be? Is your tarot card number 1? Is your tarot card number 2? Or is your tarot card number 3? Okay, if you pick card number 1, your tarot card for this week is the Four of Wands reversed. And the Four of Wands is about a coming together of communities, of families, of friends, of friends, and that sort of thing. It's represented by a Jewish wedding, which is about the bringing together not only of the bride and the groom, but of the families and the friends. And I see this week that you are going to have kind of a meeting of the minds and a coming together. And the card is saying, be willing to make concessions and be willing to do what you need to do to keep the peace, because this is a week of building bridges and forging relationships. Okay, did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card for this week is Temperance. And Temperance is associated with the Archangel Michael. When you see this card, it talks about coming into a rather controlled balance. You look at how she's balanced on the rocks and how she's pouring one pitcher from the silver pitcher to the gold pitcher, but it's really controlled. It's not like in the Star where she's pouring out with both. So it's talking about a very specific balance between the spiritual and the physical. And that's why I see this week being. This week can be a very spiritual week for you, because you are going to be in that higher self mindset. So know that your guardian angels are very close to you this week, and be willing to follow their guidance. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then your card for this week is the Three of Swords reversed. And the Three of Swords reversed is talking about turning your back on the tried and true and trying something new. But it's also a breaking of oaths and a breaking of promises. And when it's reversed like that, it's saying don't do that. Don't turn your back on those who need you, and keep your promises this week. It's very important. Okay. So thank you so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week for another episode of Pick a Card with Sally Diane. I don't know. I must have drank too much coffee today.
Yeah, I think it's more like you're starved to speak. Like usually on the phone with people and stuff. It's not working. It's caught up to you.
I know retirement is weird.
So did you do Susie's spirit messages yet?
No, that's where I'm at.
That's next. All right.
Okay, so take your tranquility breath, and I'm going to reach in and grab just a few crystals. I'm Not going to be as piggy as it was last time, I
And
hope.
if the tranquility breath doesn't work, I have pills.
Oh, what's this one? That's interesting.
Oh, here. You sit back.
Okay, so the first two ones you got, the first two crystals I get for you, these two right here are both blue tiger's eye. And the thing about blue tiger's eye, it's about truth and honesty. So one thing the Spirit's telling you is, and I think this goes beyond being true to words as much as it is being true to yourself, true to your promises, true to your commitment. You know, it talks about following a more virtuous path. So over the next little while, you should be focused in on doing the right thing. So this one right in the middle, I'm going to leave these two for last and focus on the two jaspers here. You've got some pitcher jasper and you've got some leopard jasper. And it's about grounding, but it's also about appearances. And so it looks like you might be doing some redecorating or something. But it does look like there's some jazzing up of appearances happening here. And these three, which is the final the final thing, this one is a road night. Okay, and a road night is it's a love stone, but it's about grounded love. It's about well-rooted love. And you have kyanite, which is a protection from evil. And you have sodalite, which is a very psychic stone. And so the three here together, the Spirit is reminding you that you have something very special in front of you and saying that you need to protect it. Okay. Thank you for asking.
Well, that was a reading for Susie. And let's see, who is next?
Okay, so I have a clarification here because when I described the Homer Watson house, the Homer Watson Museum, what I was describing was a Homer Watson house. Pam goes to the Homer Watson house
to do
which
what?
is to do her readings.
There we go.
So it's more of an art museum.
Okay.
And the Homer Watson Museum is where they have the...
Sit up. I'm going to buckle you in.
Yeah, then I'd just be fighting the arthritis in my back. Okay.
Okay, Brother Chris. I've been asked to be a teacher on the indigenous spiritual side, but I'm kind of worried. What does the ancestral spirits say?
Ooh, that's a good question. Actually,
sorry, Sally does not like channeling. And that's always what happens in this situation.
okay, so I'm going to let your spirits talk through the runes and tell you exactly what they think. There you go. That's it. That's it right there. Oh, boy. Yeah, your spirits, Isa, right there. It's like, no, don't do it. You got a bad feeling about it. You're right. You know, this is a time when you have to follow your guts. I think that's your spirit saying, no, this is not the place for you to go. But let's see why. Because you see, you're grounding. You really feel attached.
Slow down.
Oh, sorry. I have to say it as fast as it's coming out or I lose track of what I'm saying. So I'm sorry if I'm talking fast. I just had a whack a lot of coffee today.
Obviously.
So, okay, so this card right here is saying that as far as the indigenous teachings and beliefs and ways of life, yes, you feel strongly grounded and rooted. But this is not the way to express it. Your spirit guides are like way positive on that. That's like when these are turned over and that one's up, that's like the big yelling message. Yeah. They're saying, think about the future. So look to the future. This one is about cooperation and partnership. And that makes me wonder because I'm wondering if maybe there's just not a good partnership here. Yeah. Yeah, and both of them just don't feel right. It's saying like you've got a good relationship, you've got people that like you, but this is not the place to go because those it's just not the right environment for you. It's not where your guides want you to be.
Did that make you up, Felix? All right, our next question is from Mayank. Is Mayank going to be in a romantic relationship this year?
Oh,
Well,
wow.
see, I'm not sure if that's an actual name or if you're just goofing on us there.
Okay, let's see what Spirit has to say about my ink and relationships.
About your yank?
Yeah,
See what I mean?
yeah, I see that. But yeah, the sus name relationships. See, I'm still going to answer your question. Even though you are right, that is sus name. Interesting. Real interesting. Okay, so the thing of it is I do see something coming in fast, but then when I look at these two, it's saying that there's something. These two right here just are not really good cards. They're cards of defensiveness, and they're cards of faithlessness. And so it makes me wonder if maybe you're already in a relationship and you find another one.
And I think it's just a prank here.
Well,
Is my yank going to go in a romantic relationship this year? Yeah, with your hand. Hey, welcome back, Menopsha.
Yes.
What does spring have in store for you?
oh,
You
spring.
better buy a new raincoat, umbrella, and rain boots.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Dune Pioneer Village. That's what, okay.
Yeah, I remember that too.
That's what the Homer Watson Museum is. They just changed the
See,
name.
that doesn't, like, come on. Like, the Perth County Museum, you know exactly what you're going to see. Homer Watson, like, is this how they built the road?
Okay, Banafsha, you're going to have a funny kind of spring, and let's see if I can put this right for you. First off, it feels like you may be looking to other people for permission to be an adult, for permission to make your own decisions. It just feels like this is a time for you to not look to whoever's been controlling you, and it just feels like this is within the family. And I'm telling you that during the spring you need to be your own person, because there's opportunities for you to move ahead and to be independent. So be independent. You're too old to ask for permission. Quit acting like somebody that needs to ask for permission. Do what you need to do without looking for anybody's approval. Period.
Yeah, you don't need their approval. Now go get that tattoo.
That's right. Get a big one, just like this guy.
All right, we need more questions. We got show to fill.
That's right. If you guys don't ask me anything, I'm going to leave. All right. Okay, so let's see. Now, what was you said that you wanted something from up north? Are you still there, Brother Chris? What exactly did you mean by the one up north? I know you didn't mean Santa Claus. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been sarcastic about that. I just can't help myself. But I loved getting a suggestion. I'd love to get any of you guys' suggestions about what kind of videos you'd like to see.
Does that include me?
No, I know what kind of videos you need to see. We'll talk about that later.
Well, in the meantime, let's just watch. People can just watch you shuffle cards.
One thing that I want to look at folks.
Are you gonna say the royal's name?
Yes.
Uh,
And I just
can you
had to.
not let that woman be?
I know.
I mean, I
know.
realize this is what you signed up for, but come on, do we really need to go through another
Yes.
Diana?
Yes.
Fuck.
But she's not Diana.
Well, I
She
know
really
this one's
isn't.
loved
Not only is she loved,
by her
but
husband.
she's strong.
This one's loved by her
She's
husband.
strong
me
and every
clarify
inch
that.
a queen. Okay, so. See, I always figured that, yeah. See, I thought it had to do with babies. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
okay.
really does. It
All
really
right,
does.
well,
And that's
then-
what I felt like. It has something to do with her fertility. And I see that right here. Right here.
Well, she's
and it
already
says
got 2 kids still, so
3.
whatever. Oh, 3. Well, then, how many more do you need?
She'd probably like to have 5. She does want more children.
Well, there you go. Adopt.
And she's 42, and so she's probably had some. I think it. At first I thought maybe, and it could be a utopic pregnancy.
Oh, yeah. One of those.
Yeah, but it was something, and it was on her uterus, and I really think that it probably a utopic pregnancy. And I know that they want one, and it's a situation that was kind of out of control. So yeah, that's what I think happened with her. And I'm just not at all surprised that they're choosing to stay out of the limelight until Easter, because that's probably been just drastic on her. Just horrible, and that's probably why she's not saying anything or will say anything. Because it's just too personal. They say Queen Victoria didn't love her children. Well, I know that Diana did, but Kate, I think that she's a loving tiger mom. I swear.
Marcy, you watch Pierce Morgan and what he says?
Well, we know what Pierce Morgan is. I'll show you what Pierce Morgan is. This is what Pierce Morgan is. He's a liar. It's King of Swords reversed. King of Swords reversed is somebody who is dishonest, who will say anything or do anything for his own purposes.
Did you just pull that one out of your ass there? And
No.
All of a sudden the right card came up, just like, that's the card I want.
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I do every reading.
Yeah,
I shuffle the cards and put them down, and those are the ones I want.
Okay, all right.
And it always worked. Why wouldn't it work with Pierce Morgan? The guy's definitely a horse's ass. He's gone after all of them. He's just looking for anything to keep the spotlight on him. Anything he can do to be controversial. Yeah, I know. I really. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Marcy.
Stop.
You're right, Marcy. We're all worried about her. This is a long recovery, but I think that it's valid. She needs it physically and emotionally. I mean, she's still beautiful and she's still young, but she's not that young, and she is past 40. So that's when you start having problems with things like that. And I hope that she heals, and I hope that she can have more children, if that's what she wants.
And I want to give a special shout out to Arkansas State Trooper Jacob Bird. You've got one of the best jobs ever. You get to drive dog challengers really fast all the time and crash into other cars, and you get paid for it. I mean, wow.
Yeah, we've been watching the car crash videos on not car crash, police chase videos on YouTube, and they do something called a pit maneuver, and most of these videos come out of Arkansas, and Officer Jacob Bird is the one that drives a Charger, which is a really fast car, and he's also licensed to do the pit maneuvers, which is where they pull up against the rear of the car, and they kind of push their rear quarter panel, which makes them turn into the car, and then your car is just pushing them forward.
He's one of the best.
Oh, he is.
All those Arkansas State Troopers are awesome, but if you've got a fast car, it's going, at max speed, Jacob Bird will take you out.
Yep.
How is King Charles doing? Well, I forgot he was king, so that's probably how that's going.
King Chuckles.
Who else forgot that Prince Charles is now king?
Oh, he's not suitable for king.
He's never ever been liked.
Well, he's a prissy, whiny. Yeah,
Well, yeah, but
he's ill-tempered. He's just.
when those two got married, I'm talking about Diana and King Charles, everybody was like, Diana, you can do so much better. And she's marrying a prince, so that says a lot.
Okay, so King Charles. He's not doing very well. Yeah, he wants the title of king. He wants the power and admiration of king, but he doesn't want the job. And it is about the job. And it looks like a lot of the administrative stuff that he has to do, Camilla actually takes care of. And I just say that because when I look at this woman here, she just reminds me of Camilla in this scene. And she's holding the the baby in the red clothes, but the red box is very special. It's every monarch in England has their red box, and that's where they get their daily stuff. And it looks like he doesn't do the work with the red box. Camilla does. So Camilla's actually doing his work. There's a lot that we don't know about what's going on with him. A whole lot. But I do see things changing. And when I see the magician, I do not see that as being Charles. I think this tells me that Prince William, whether he becomes the, what is it called? I can't remember the title, but when the king is still the king, but you have somebody else who is acting as king. And I see him doing that. And there's a specific title for that role. And unfortunately, can't remember it. Okay.
Ava, Canadians are watching the upcoming U.S. elections with one hand in the popcorn bucket and the other hand on the passport.
Oh, my God. You know how this is going to turn out. It is going to be a circus. And, of course, I will do a more in-depth reading, but let me look at something really quick. I think it's going to be just a repeat of 2016.
Hello, dreaming.
And be like two old dinosaurs fighting over roadkill. Okay. Oh, jeez. Okay, so yeah. As far as the American people in general, they see it as a choice between the devil and the deep blue sea. It's not that they don't love Joe Biden. He's been a good father and a wonderful man. He's just old, and the king's clothes just don't seem to fit him anymore. Although they still like him. It's just they're not sure about him being president. And then you've got the guy that, even though it's for some reason, people think that he's a good businessman and he's not, right? And so they think that he's going to, a lot of people still think that. He's a billionaire. He'll be able to solve all our problems. He can't even change his own diapers. Okay, so enough about that. Entertainment purposes only. But it does seem like it's just between the devil and the deep blue sea. And it's like Trump comes out with his whole mess of stuff. I think he might get a makeover. I think he might get something changed about his wardrobe. Or maybe maybe he'll start wearing a cape or something. I don't know, but it looks like he changes his wardrobe somehow. So who's going to win? I'm pretty sure that Joe Biden will win, but it's they're not promising me anything. I just said it's between the devil and the deep blue sea, just like the last time. So Joe Biden wins, but what does that mean?
All right, our next question comes from Dreaming. Is it a diamond? That's actually a good title for a game show.
That's what it is, Joseph. Saltarella. Okay. Is what a diamond?
Well,
Is it a diamond? Well, okay. Is it a diamond?
No, it's a crazy clown in the sewer who kills kids.
Want a balloon, kid? They float. They all float. Hope you guys are ready. Is it a diamond? Okay. 1 card down and dirty. Well, 4 of Wands reversed. Nope. Nope. It's close, but nope.
Well, Dreaming, it looks like you're new here. Welcome to the channel. This is all just for fun and entertainment.
Yes, it is, and we have so much fun.
And we are so thoroughly entertained.
Dreaming, please make sure you subscribe. And everybody, it would help us so much if you just hit that like button.
Yeah, we're here every Sunday from 9 till 10, or 10-ish anyway, answering your questions in the chat live. And, questions are taken in sequence, first come, first serve. If you get here late, you're probably not going to get your question answered, as simple as that. There's no charge, there's no list, there's no waiting, there's no super chat or any of that stuff. If you want to pay for a reading,
Make an appointment.
Make an appointment. You can,
and I would so love to talk to each and every one of you.
If you want a reading in person, you can come to Stratford at the Spa near the tracks. And the phone number is 519-272-1293. And if you'd like an online reading or have anything that you want to tell Sally, send her an email at info@sallydiane.com.
I'd love to hear from you. Okay. And welcome all of our new subscribers. And hope to see you next week. Thank you for coming.
Are you wrapping it up already?
Yes, I am wrapping it up already.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, so does anybody else have any? Dreaming, do you have a question? Does anybody else have any questions? We got time for one more question.
Did we miss any? I'm looking through the chat.
Okay. Am I making a mistake? Oh, that's a good question. And you know what? I'll ask the runes. Are you making a mistake?
Are you sure that the other party isn't making the mistake?
Whoa. And it is about love. That's like, it starts out with Othello, which is homeland. So that's saying, don't forget your grounding, don't forget who you are, and don't forget what you learned in your childhood. So it's kind of like you were given a moral compass. You know what's right and wrong. Refer to that first and foremost. Okay. And there's this thing in the future. And I want to see what else is about it, because a lot of times this is associated with uterus and pregnancy, and this is the sun. Okay, so let's see what these 3 runes are. Okay. All right, so it does look like you have, I think you might be starting to have dreams about people who've passed with you, who have passed, and I think that some of your guides are actually telling you about this. You know, so I think it's sort of like you're asking me and they're saying, you know that it might not go. Okay. Am I making a mistake? Okay. Anyhow, yeah. Okay. So what this is saying is that you, as far as making a mistake, you know right from wrong, and you know when to be silent, and you know when to step in. And right now might be the time for you to be silent and quiet, because you don't know everything. Don't know everything. It says before you make any moves or any important decisions, wait until summer, because summer things will be clearer, and also there's more love in the summer. Okay.
And yes,
good night to all. Yes, you're right.
Yes, you can't control others, but you can manipulate them, and most especially humiliate them.
That's him.
if necessary.
If necessary. Yeah.
I was really good this week.
He was awesome this week.
As far as keeping my mouth in my tongue. My tongue in my mouth. See,
Yes.
that's what happens.
Okay.
Too many brandy.
So thank you everyone who's been on the show, and I look forward to seeing you again next week. This is my favorite hour of the week, and you guys have a nice week. Remember to like, remember to subscribe, and tell your families. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. That's great.